Well, hello everybody. I'm just seeing if I can get people to join the show tonight. So we're gonna see. We'll see how it goes. Let me keep inviting people, which I was doing a little bit ago. So here we go. I don't know if anybody's coming in or not, but we can sure try. We can sure try. Let me see. J Dog. Nikki, how are you? J Dog, how are you? Hit the like button, people, so that way people can see that we're live. Oh no, this is not Order Exotics. This is my own channel. I mean, Order Exotics. This is not Fauna Radio. This is my own channel, and I just decided to do one. That's all. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm trying to let people know that I'm live, so that way they tune in, because it was unexpected. It was just I saw that. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but I'm going to watch it. I saw it earlier, but I was out and I saw it on my phone and I couldn't watch it at the time. But I'm planning to watch it. I saw your other one with the retic was very nice, and the ones after that too. But I plan to watch it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. You like the reptile zoo, don't you? I've never been there. I would like to go there, though. It would be very interesting to see. Oh, absolutely, J Dog. Absolutely. You never have to ask me that. You know this. You know. I got to fix Nikki here. There you go. I believe, Nikki, you're fixed now. Now you're good to go when you comment on here. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. Oh, yeah. Watch. You'll see. Oh, you already see now. I fixed you. I didn't know I needed fixing. LOL. Yeah. Yeah. So, anything new with anybody? Anything new at all? And anything's open. We can talk about anything. All topics are open. See, I changed the way this is done, and it does that now. Like eats off my corner of my arm over here. Maybe if I turn it more this way, will that fix it? Nope. Nope. Oh, we're just gonna have to deal with me fading in and out a little bit, huh? Hope we get more people. We usually do. It takes a little bit, but we'll get more people in here. Yeah, getting the kids to bed is always a tough one, especially if they're young. And cleaning geckos, it's always fun. Always fun. I'm not sure if anybody else will join us though, because it's kind of weeknight and unexpected live stream. So we will see. Usually get around, I don't know, 50 views, 60 views, maybe. Yeah. That could be tough during the summer because they like their time off for one, and two, um, they got to go to bed early because they got to get up early, right? So it could be tough. Oh, okay. My son loves school too, so if he were to go to summer school, he would have loved it. Definitely loved it. Maybe, I don't know. He never wanted to go. He didn't have to go. It was voluntary, but he he didn't want to do it. But I think if he did do it, he would have loved it because he loved going to school. He never wanted to miss a day or anything. So he did good. And does my microphone sound good? Yeah. See. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, no. It was my son's choice too, and he never wanted to go, and I don't know why he didn't want to go, but he didn't. So my oldest son, his whole thing was, nope, got to do my own thing during the summer. So that's what he did. Frank the Tank. Can I ask you a question, Frank? If you're still in here, I don't know if you're still in here. How did your roaches and isopods work out? How did that all go? I'll only ask if you're. I hope you're still in here to answer the question, but I'm not sure if you are or not. So Frank may have left already. Just stopped in to say hi. So you never know. Oh, and your tarantulas. That's right. I forgot that they were all involved in the whole incident too. I hope they're okay. Now, here's a question for you, Nikki. Do you prefer to see the videos like when we're doing like a live stream like this, or would listening be okay? Because I really want to do a different type of show. I mean, Gary, I've been talking about it, but it might be on Blog Talk Radio where you have to listen to it on the internet instead of visually seeing it. But if you'd like to see it, we could do that too. It wouldn't be about reptiles. So there are 2 or 3 people watching, it says. So hit the like button, please. Share it. It'll help. More roaches are. Oh, let me see. Let me put this up here so we can see it better. Boom. More roaches are dying off little by little. And the isopods and tarantulas are still in a stiff position, but not dead. That is strange. Yeah, I know what's going on there, though. Obviously, it had has a permethrin in it or something like that, which causes them to do neurological disorder. I would assume that in time they will pass, and it's a shame, but I think that's what they're going to do. Or it's got that stuff made from roses that don't hurt people, but it hurts them. Okay, that's a personal choice. All right. Because we're going to do a different type of show. I don't know how you are with conspiracy theories and paranormal stuff, but that's what we want to do. And I suppose visually it would be better to have it on here, but that would require us starting a whole nother channel or something. I don't know. Hello, JJ. Good night, Frank. Peace out and good luck. Wally Kern is in the house, so the party is just getting started. Just getting started. So, how was that show yesterday, Wally? Yeah, how was the show? I mean, you told me earlier, but other people might not know, so rock on. I just asked a question of Nikki, and I'm going to ask you the same question. Thinking about doing a conspiracy theory or theories and like paranormal type of stuff. I'm not going to say conspiracy theories. How could I put it? More like let me think about this for a second. More like, I don't know. I guess it would go under paranormal and unexplained stuff, I guess. But would you prefer to see it or listen to it? Because if we listen to it, it would be on Blog Talk Radio, and then you can just listen to it. Or if I do it on here, it would be a visual thing. Thank you, JJ. Well, thank you, Nikki. I try. I'm sure there's a few people out there would say that I am not, but I try. Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Talking about like predictions people have done about the future. Just things of that nature, and then maybe even paranormal stuff would go in there. That's true too. That is true. I could do it that way. It would be a lot. It would be better that way, I think. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, Nikki. It is true. So I guess it's true. That's what I'm told anyway. But yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Wally. Same thing. Oh, thank you, Wally. if you're answering her question right above that one, if you're talking about what she said right there. Let me do this here and there. That's probably better that way. It looks like it's pushed up against it, but there's a gap in there. Easter, what there? Yeah, there is. See. Well, give me ideas, and what I'm gonna do is I'll write them down, and I'll do a shows on them. JFK, I got it. You'd like me to dive into what happened to him or why it happened to him? They kind of solved that. Did I tell you that, Wally? But I wrote it down anyway. Game of Morphs, how are you? Who really built the pyramids? That's a good one. Bermuda Triangle. Webbed Obsession. How are you, Michael? Now there is a theory about the Bermuda Triangle too. Would you like to hear it? I can tell you. At least the theory, and it kind of makes sense. And I don't know, Josh, have you watched? Do you listen to Joe Rogan? He had them people on there talking about the pyramids and the civilization that built them and what happened, and it's pretty interesting. Well, okay, the theory on the Bermuda Triangle is there's a lot of methane in the ocean floor, and when the methane melts, it bubbles up like bubbles, um, like a bubbler in a fish tank. And if you have something floating on the water, when the bubbles come up, it breaks the tension of the water and it'll sink. And if it's methane, it'll go into the air. And if planes are flying over, their engines will cut out and crash. So that's kind of the theory there. And it kind of makes sense. Graham Hancock and stuff. Yes. See, you're into that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'd like to have you, if we do it, get you on talking about that stuff. Like the eye of the Sahara. Do you ever see that whole thing about being possible Atlantis? Correct. And they sink because I know if you even put bubbles in a like if you have an aquarium and you have something floating on top, you put bubbles in it, it sinks. Does that make sense, Michael? No. So, but it would be a great, it would be a great topic to get into on there on that. Because what I was talking about, Michael, is I want to start a new channel for like unexplained stuff and stuff. And I don't know, would you be interested in watching stuff like that? I'm just trying to get it out there and then see what people think. You know what? Another thing, Wally, if you're still in here, a whole thing I would like to do one on is each part of the country has its own mythical crypto animal. I would like to not pick a part of the country, do one on that, do one here, and do one all the way around like that. That's would be fun. I don't know if you guys think it would be fun, but I do. Yes, paranormal and cryptids. I did one before and had paranormal investigators on. It was pretty good. They had tape recordings of voices they got at places and things like that. It was a lot of fun. I'm just writing these ideas down that you guys have. Oh, absolutely. Like dark isn't scary, or dark is um well, dark isn't scary, I'll say. Like the dark-eyed children and stuff like that. You know, Michael, I have the same problem. I get drawn into that stuff. It kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I think it's cool. Scary. Mm-hmm. Like the bloop. Did you ever hear the bloop? We could do one on the bloop, Nikki. Ed from CMC, how are you doing, sir? Yeah, if I did one, it would be like once a week. I would have to go into really, really watching and checking it out and um, do a lot of research into it. Oh, the bloop was a noise, the loudest noise ever heard under the ocean. and they heard it completely around the world. If you were on a boat or anything, like, and you had microphones in the water, you could hear it anywhere in the world. And they triangulated it all the way down to almost the South Pole. And that's where it came from, but it was loud enough to be heard around the world. How is your day going, Ed? And is it hot where you're at? I don't even know why I'm asking. It is probably really hot where you're at. "102. It's not too bad though, Ed. Could be much worse. There, bloop is solved. That's hilarious. Yeah, they don't. They still to this day don't have any idea what it was. Yeah, it wasn't bad here either, Josh. But next week we're going to be close to 100, so it's going to be hot next week. That's because the temperature that's at Ed's place is coming our way by the weekend. You don't like the hot like that? No, I like it hot though. Out of all the places I've lived in this country, my favorite place was Phoenix because it was hot. I like that. Yep, mid 90s. That's what I'm talking about here. Almost 100. 112 there, yeah. In 1934, I want to say, or something like that. 1930 something. It's 121 here. Yeah, Georgia's hot, but Georgia's got a lot of humidity too. So the whole state of California is hot though, isn't it, Ed, right now? Did you hear about the lake that's coming back in California, Ed? Megalodon? Do an episode on the Megalodon? For some reason, this summer hasn't been so terribly hot up here. But I wouldn't mind it getting hot because I like it hot. But a few years ago, it was really hot here. Couldn't divert the weather. Yeah, they may figure that out someday. San Francisco's kind of cool. Yeah. Well, did you hear about the water temperatures in Florida? 99 degrees. The water was 99 degrees. That's absolutely insane. I don't know how many fish can live in 99-degree weather at temperatures. I don't know. They said that if a hurricane were to form over that temperature, it would be catastrophic. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what they were saying. That it's gonna fuel some monster hurricanes. They said the hurricanes that are going to form there, if they hit land, will be totally devastating as how powerful they will be. Oh, it would be definitely terrible. Definitely terrible. And they changed the forecast because they usually say the El Nino jet stream cuts off hurricanes because of the wind shear, but the jet stream has changed for some reason, so it's not there to shear off the hurricanes, so we may get a lot of hurricanes this year. They just updated that today, I believe it was. Was it today or the other day? It could have been either or, today or the other day, but they just updated that. So that's going to be devastating for people in Florida. And I suppose anybody in the South would get hammered with rain if a devastating hurricane come on. Knock on wood. We've only had like one storm this year that was bad. One. And it really wasn't even that bad here. It was worse over by where my children live, not even here. I was thinking that definitely lost is 100-degree temperature. Fish would definitely have a hard time surviving that in the ocean. And last time they said the temperature got hot, never got this hot, but got hot. Last time the El Nino was around, it crossed the Great Barrier Reef, 60% of it to die or something like that. And they said that it caused a bleach out, and which is still dying to this day from the heat. Now they're getting it again before it's even started to heal itself. So that could be devastating. How many people in here think global warming is a natural thing that the Earth goes through? I agree with you, Josh. Humans may have a small part in it, but not as much as you think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think it's a natural temperature cycle due to the fact of where the Earth is located in our solar system. Our solar system, where our Earth is in our galaxy in the solar system, what happens is, like, pretend this is Earth. It actually goes up and down, up and down. And when it's like up here, we might be in an ice age, but as it comes down, it comes down. We go through a warming stage, then it gets really, really hot. And then as it goes back up, we start, well, how this way, as it starts going up, we start cooling down again. That's what happens. And there's a ton of factors. Yeah, we may hinder it a tiny bit. We may be changing it a little bit, but not enough to amount to anything, I don't think. Yeah. So, some of what we do does definitely affect it, like I said, and I agree with you there. But I don't think there's much we can do about it. You think about this. 200 million years ago, the South Pole was tropical, and it had um, like palm trees and all that kind of stuff in it. Think about where you're sitting right now on the earth. If that was tropical down there, could you imagine how hot it was where we're at right now? Not even if there wasn't land here at that time. Just think about how hot it would be if there was land here. I don't know where the land would have been at that point in time because I don't have the map in front of me to show me, but you know. I listen to Michio Kaku. You know who I'm talking about, right? String theorist, Michio Kaku, probably one of the smartest men on the face of the earth. About 20 years ago, I heard him talking. He did a speech, and he said, in 50 to 75 years, places like North Dakota will be able to support palm trees and they not die. And we're right on track to that. Right on track. I mean, in 25 years from now, I bet you we would be able to have palm trees up here and them not die. Yeah, I don't know either, but it's hard to say exactly where we were at on Earth. But it was still warm enough down there. Just there was no ice at the time, so think about how warm where you're located at would be. Yes, exactly. Much like other continents. So, in theory, we're just going through a natural cycle. We may be speeding it up a little bit, but I don't think there's anything you do to stop it. You might be able to slow it down, but stop it, not happening. I often wonder what it'll be like in 10, 15 years, Michael. Because if you think about it, in the last 40 years, the temperature's gone way up, way up. They say only 1 point something degrees, but in places where I live, it's gone way up. And global warming doesn't mean you won't get snow. Some places may get more snow because of global warming, because it evaporates oceans and lakes, and it goes over and to a cold spot, and you get more snow. You've seen a lot of crazy weather, or you see a lot of crazy weather coming up. I bet you after this hurricane season, the whole country is going to have a different outlook on weather. They're going to be like, what the? Because they're talking like hurricanes that'll be like unmatched, even bigger than Hurricane Andrew was. Coming up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? That would be a story maker, wouldn't it, Josh? Oh, yeah. You didn't miss much. Not a big thing, Nikki. You know, I was just thinking that same thing. Aliens are probably out there right now voting. Do we let these idiots in or not? They could be like, well, we need some idiots in this federation. I don't know. I don't know. You can't tell me a civilization ain't looking at us like these guys kill each other. They don't even want to help each other. They want to kill each other. That's a big thing. And then they're like, look at the leaders they put in. They put some crazy leaders in there, in control. I'm sure there's one civilization out there fighting for us, and the rest are like, no. You know what, Josh? Let me tell you something about what you said right here. I agree with that. Because I don't know if you remember the Ronald Reagan's great speech when he says, talking about fighting each other and all this stuff and arguing back and forth. But when we're in danger from an alien, we'll all band together. It might be too late. Yeah, we know we need to get together now. You never know. I agree with that one too, Michael. We don't look. I'd believe that too. They don't want us to know. Because I believe in aliens. There's no way there's not. Can they get here? I don't know. Maybe they can. Maybe they can't. But yeah, no. And here's another thing that Michio Kaku said. He said, we're at a level 0 species. Level 0. We're on the cusp of becoming a level 1, but a level 0. And look at how much we've advanced in the last 150 years. How advanced is a civilization that's been around 200 years longer than us? 1,000 years longer than us? 5,000 years longer than us? More advanced. Think about that. Yeah, it's a tough one, Michael. It's hard to say. I don't know if it will be in our lifetime, but you never know. The whole key to becoming a level 1 species is getting past the point where you destroy yourselves. Now, that's another thing with aliens out there. Have they gotten past the point of destroying themselves? Because I believe they all go along the same path that we do. And we fight amongst each other and all that. If we can get past destroying ourselves, we may make it. Exactly. My my great grandfather said, he told me, he goes, when he was born in he was born in 1885. Okay. He says, riding horses. And he was still alive in 1978. And he said, by 1978, he goes, when he was born, they were riding horses. He goes, and he's still alive. He goes, and they've been to the moon. They've been in planes. That's seeing stuff in your lifetime. That's crazy how fast it went. So in another 30 years, you never know. it's just like I said, you get a civilization that's 1,000 years or 10,000 years more advanced than us, like been around that much longer. Uh, think about how advanced they would be. Yeah, 70 years. Look at how, if you would have told somebody in 1869 that we would be on the moon by 1969, they'd have probably thought you were weird. They'd have been like, what? No, you know? And if you can go 1,000 years into the future, think of how advanced we would be. That's true. But that was done by somebody in the 60s. So, 60s was a lot of drugs going around. Might have been an acid trip or something he was on and came up with the idea. I don't know. Hanna-Barbera is kind of a weird guy. Did you ever look into Hanna-Barbera and stuff he did? He did cartoons for kids, but he also did adult cartoons that were very much so pornographic cartoons. It was kind of strange. He was really into that stuff, so cartoons were just a side thing. Oh yeah, look it up. He made pornos, cartoon pornos, and all kinds of stuff like that. And he had a big following on that from real rich people. So I don't know. And then he did like kids cartoons to fund most of that other crazy stuff he did. William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. They were together with this stuff, so I don't know. Let me see if I could find the name of it for you. I don't see a name of it. Probably shouldn't look that up on my phone, I guess. So I'm going to pick up my phone. What the heck? Yeah, that would be interesting. How far do you think we're away from that? Michael, how far do you think we're away from that? Because I'm sure eventually, well, they do have one, but it's not a conventional type of thing. It wouldn't work real well for the average person to have one. at this point in time on what they have as a flying car. They have cars that were boats. Yeah, I think before it become a big thing, but you see the ones they have now have big wings on them, and they come up on top of the car, and then you have to lay them down. So we have to come up with something better than that. But we have cars that are boats. Johnson used to have one, President Johnson, and he would drive people. So let's go look at the lake, and just drive and drive and drive real fast, and end up in the lake and be. They didn't know it was a car that turned into a boat. It was cool. He was crazy guy. Johnson was really crazy. We have had a few of those in the White House. Crazy people. I did something there. I shouldn't have did that. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Much better. What do you think the next big breakthrough will be in our world? I know they found a pretty much so a cure for cancer, but it's hard to say. Well, brain cancer, I should say. Brain cancer, not cancer, just brain cancer. Did my stream go down? No, maybe not. It's a smallpox, and they took some protein out of it and put another protein in it that when they inject it into the tumor, your body attacks it like a virus and kills the tumor. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, but this one's a new one, and they tested 10 people or 100 people, something like that, whatever they tested. And on the brain cancer, they've cured everybody. Coming with a premium price, I'm sure. Yeah, they. I agree. It'll be hard for like probably the common people to get it. You probably have to have some kind of money, maybe. But I think we should have free healthcare anyway. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, the rich people should take more submarine rides, right? I don't mean to laugh at that, but man, you couldn't have got me on that submarine for anything ever. Controlled by Lockheed. You know, um, um, oh, I forget what I was going to say. I was thinking Lockheed, but then it was something else that wasn't even related. I used to work for Lockheed. You know what kind of background checks you have to do to get into Lockheed? Oh, crazy stuff. I I wouldn't even want to go that far down. They can unmanned stuff down. I can watch it on a video. I know it's not the same thing as being there, but it would probably be safer. You know, I don't know if I would even take the chance. It would be kind of iffy, if you know what I mean. I'm not, you know. If somebody wanted to spend $500,000 on a ride down there, and they have the $500,000, I see it being a waste of money. They could use that for better, good things, but then so be it. My daughter-in-law has been telling me that all week long. The ocean scares her to death because there's things in there. One, we haven't explored even 50% of the ocean yet. It's like we've only explored like 25% or something. And she says there's things in there we don't even know. It is a bit scary. Yeah, I'm with you, Josh. I will pass. Oh yeah. Um, they do stuff like that a lot, Nikki, and they see things that they can't explain yet. Yeah, it is the reason we like to push further. Um, that director of the Titanic movie, Cameron, James Cameron, I think it is. He had a sub made, and he went further down than the Titanic. He went to the deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench, and he went down to the bottom of that. So I don't know. I wouldn't do that either. It, I heard that too, Josh. I've heard that too, Nikki. They do believe that. They were showing a picture of a video of a great white that they've been following for years. Pretty beat up. A female. She was absolutely huge. She was like the largest great white in the world that they've ever found. And she had a bite mark on her side, like, and just like a bite mark that was like half her body. You could just see it, but she still got away and lived. But you could see that it was a bite mark that went over half her body. Yeah, it would, Michael. It would, because if they pulled one out for sure, people would be like, "I ain't going camping anytime soon." Oh yeah, it could adjust to be a deep water creature, I would think. A lot less oxygen down that deep though, because light doesn't even penetrate that deep. Bacteria lives down there. That's why the Titanic is rusting so bad, is because it's a certain kind of bacteria. But I don't know how much oxygen is that deep for even a fish to pull through its gills, because you don't really even see fish down by the Titanic that much. You saw the bite mark too on that, Michael? It was just your ex joke. That's funny. They have a theory about dragons too. So, yeah, please do, Michael. As for dragons, they think that they were brought up because of those cave salamanders. They kind of look like dragons. You know, they're really long and skinny. And they always thought they were baby dragons just getting washed out from something. But again, that could be just them trying to tell you that so you don't really think that they were there. Now, why would they not want you to think that there was dragons? Because it could have, um, you know, could be different. I don't ever think people. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking that people would exist during any time of a dinosaur. We're going through a mass extinction now. I mean, you think about it. You look at all the animals and everything. You see that we're definitely going through a mass extinction right now. That's a good theory, Nikki. Very good. Dinosaur angels. Could have been just something that just doesn't exist no more. Maybe they did exist and they became extinct. So, yeah, just a large lizard monitor doesn't exist no more. You get something even because down in Australia, you know, they had lizards and monitors that were larger than the Komodo dragon that lived when people lived. The um, that are extinct now because of their aborigines killed them all off because they were pretty vicious. They would kill people. They could bite you in half. They were huge. I don't know. Remember the name of them? What kind of monitor it was? But they were there. I would have to think. I'd have to look that up. You want me to look it up? I had to put my glasses on though. I'm having a hard time seeing. Hmm. Megalania, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. 23 feet long, 4,200 pounds. And that lived during a time of modern man. That was still around when Aborigines were around. It was similar to the Komodo dragon, but the Aborigines killed them off about 50,000 years ago. Crazy to think about, huh? Yes. Oh, see? Wow. Michael, you're faster than I am because I was looking it up and you had it up already. Eh, and I know you love your monitor lizards. That's why you probably knew it real quick. Uh, I'm sure it could, Nikki. I'm sure it could. But you know which ones would probably think a way out of it? Um, would definitely have to be the croc monitors. Highly intelligent, very, I mean, on a different level of intelligence. No, I started looking right away and I should have looked at your post. Yeah. Ooh, sweet. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'll talk to you about those eggs later. Yeah, correct. It could be easily dragon and dinosaur. Yep. No, I'll have to make it down to the zoo down there because that's not too far from where I'm at. Our zoos up here ain't that good, but Komodo dragons, what do they got? Like a whole reptile section? I know they had one in the Philadelphia Zoo for a while. Oh, Philadelphia Zoo has a huge reptile section. It's very, very interesting. I like it. The one where I'm at now, not much to write home about. Do you know why they don't? Not too far from there is the reptile zoo. That's why. Yeah, I'm sure they could eat out of house and home easily. I suppose it did. Rodent Bro would love you. They would be telling their other customers, yeah, we don't need you guys no more. We got Michael over here taking care of. Oh, that's funny. I could see it getting out of control with price wise, easily out of control with feed and stuff like that. It's absolutely could very well be expensive. Even small monitors eat a lot to a point. I've never been to the Rapid City Zoo either, but I've been to the reptile gardens a lot. Oh, I bet you do. I bet you go through a ton of dubia. Sarah, how are you doing? Oh, you meant the reptile gardens. Yes. Reptile gardens are very nice. You would like it. Um, about mini mealworms, yes. Now, with your Ackies, can I ask you a question? Do you ever feed them rodents like pinky mice or anything like that? Or is that protein what causes them to get gout? Or can they, or do they need to eat dubia only? Like insects only, I mean. Everybody say hello to Sarah Tyndall. She's in here watching. So, hello, Sarah. Oh, wait a minute. Everybody's saying hello to you, Sarah. Now, look, comments are all coming up saying hello. Yeah, it's funny what they find out, but when a savanna monitor gets so large, it has to eat. I suppose you could feed it birds and stuff like quails and stuff like that. Yeah, she can't comment. She's watching it on the TV. They sent me a text. So she's like the number one fan of this channel, and we're her number one fan. Number one, Sarah, you're number one. Yeah, no, she couldn't comment, but she loves it when everybody says hello to her. So That's it. Yeah, only because rodents. What now? What? Just out of curiosity, Michael, what causes gout in Ackies? Because you see all this stuff about them, and then you see that I get gout a lot of times or something. I'm just curious if you have a theory as to why. Edward, anytime, buddy. So I would. That's what I thought, but I don't know. I mean, somebody said it was certain kinds of protein does it to them, and some people say it's too much supplements of some sort, and so I'm going to assume that you're right there, Nikki, because I think leopard geckos can get gout too, if I'm not mistaken, but I know Ackies can get it bad. Citrus is another one. Yes, I heard that too. Citrus is very bad. It's funny how monitors that happens to monitors bad. I'm sure it has something to do with temperature too. When you think, don't you think temperature? Like if it's too cold, don't you think that would affect it too when they eat stuff, not being able to properly digest it or something? I could be wrong. Excess meat is the main. Let me put this up here. Put that right there. There's a guy on YouTube who does because you said you've never experienced it with your collection, which I believe, but there is a guy who does monitors Ackies on YouTube, and he had a whole bunch of babies got it once, and he was kind of explaining what caused it. Too low of temps. See, that's what I was thinking too. Too low of temps would definitely, I think, affect it. Yeah, we'll knock on wood for you. There you go. Now, does your whole area have to be 105, or is it just like a special hotspot has to be at least 105? Or is their hotspot have to be higher than 105? You know what I like about Ackies? They're like miniature, um, like a Komodo dragon or something. They're just this tiny little. They're like a huge monitor in a tiny little body. It's pretty cool to see. Can they give you a nasty bite? I've been bitten by huge savanna monitors and a huge black-throated monitor once, and it was no joke. The black-throated monitor, no joke. Mm-mm. Oh, so that ain't bad. So if at nighttime you drop it to 75, during the day you raise it up to 90, but a hot spot of 135, between 125 and 135 is good. Eh, what's your next art project going to be, Nikki? Or is it a secret? You should do some monitors like a Komodo dragon or um, crocodile monitor, savannah monitor. You should do some monitor pictures. Some really cool. Ackies are cool. Red Ackies, yellow Ackies, all very cool. Oh, yep. I got you. How many more do you have to do? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to tell me. Does it take a long time to do them, or is it like it doesn't? You're I know you're talented at it, so I just don't know how long it would take you to do like a corn snake one. When you do a hognose one, let me know. That would be good. Yeah, I suppose it could be. It's a lot of research to find. You know, I could see it could take you a long time to look it all up. Make your husband do it. So you're looking this up while I do the drawing. So, well, we've been on for an hour and a half. Time flew by. So, I think I'm going to hop off. I want to say thank you to everybody been in here. Nikki's been here since the beginning. I want to say, Aquaballs, how are you doing, sir? I'm just getting ready to go off, buddy. How are you doing, George? How's George? Webbed Obsession, Josh, Wally, J Dog, anybody else I may have missed. I've been on for an hour and a half. Yeah. Yep. I can stay on for a few more minutes. How are things going with you? Good night, Michael. Balinese pythons be very cool. I would like to see that painting. I hope you put it up so people can see it. That's good to hear, George. Very good to hear. Very good. Are you really? Very cool. Now I have to think for a minute. They're the ones that eat, like if you put something in it, it would eat it, everything off the bone, if I'm not mistaken. I might look that up. Oh, I believe that will be a massive painting. It's going to be nice. I'm sure. I don't even know why I'm telling you that, because all your art's nice. So let me see something here. Well, they eat only fruit. Interesting. Very cool. I have a lot of beetles, George. Millions. I breed mealworms, so I have millions. Nikki, thank you. Good night, and I'll talk to you later. You gonna do a video on them, George, at some point? Oh, never mind. I'm looking at them. Good night, Nikki. I found them. I'm looking at them. Pretty cool stuff. They are cool. They get pretty big too, don't they? Wow. I wish you the best of luck with them. They are cool. Very, very cool. With them larvae are big too. That is so cool. Well, if you do do a video on them, I will be watching for it, because them are cool. How are all your fish doing? Well, George, I'm getting pretty tired myself. I think I'm going to hop off. Sorry, I could not hang. Fish are good. Oh, I'm sorry about the die off. Very sorry about the die off. I had a die off, and it was caused from the pump stopped working, the filter, and then I got it going, and it pumped all that bad stuff into the tank. Yeah, good night, George. Sorry that happened. So, peace.